Hi, I'm Keith Morey, Provo City's Economic Development Director. You know, when I started working for Provo City, I kept hearing these accolades that were attributed to Provo. Best performing city, safest city, best place to grow a business, best place for young entrepreneurs, and that list just went on and on. When I tried to think about what it is that sets Provo apart, that allows us to continue to receive these accolades, it really came down to what we've been calling for the last several months, the Provo Advantage. Well, interestingly enough, I bumped into a person that I think represents and kind of embodies that spirit. His name is Kenneth Rooks, and he just happens to be my neighbor here in Provo. And he's also a Brigham Young University track athlete and won the National 2023 and 2024 Steeplechase Championship. And the 2024 win secured him a seat on the Olympics team where he'll represent the United States of America, Provo City and Brigham Young University in the Summer Olympics in Paris this year. So we're going to talk to Kenneth and find out a little bit about his incredible run, his incredible commitment, the caliber of spirit, and why I think he represents the Provo Advantage, the advantage that you represent and we all represent in our community. Let's go talk to Kenneth. Welcome, Kenneth.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here with us, talking a little bit about the Provo Advantage. I was blown away when I found out that you're my neighbor here in Provo, and someone told me about this incredible race that you ran in 2023, the National Steeplechase Championship, and what seemed to be a fall, an accident that happened that potentially could have been devastating for you in your career, and how you got up from that and proceeded to win the race. Can you talk a little bit about that race and what happened and your preparation and what that whole experience was?
So going into the race, I was really excited because I had a really good season, and I knew that I had an opportunity to be into the top 3, to maybe qualify for the World Championships, maybe even win the race. And going into it, I was excited about that, but I also wanted to race the best that I could and be okay with the result, even if the result wasn't exactly what I wanted. And so I went in with that mindset of I want to give it everything I have. And the race, when we first started, we were pretty relaxed, feeling good. But 2 laps into the race, there was a guy in front of me who kind of like lost track of where the barrier was, and he started really hard and almost stopped, and I almost ran into him, and that kind of messed me up, and it made I basically wasn't able to see where the barrier was, and so I ran into it, flipped over it. And
for all intents and purposes, you kind of almost lost the race at that point, right? I mean, you're running your best race with the very best of the best in the national championship. I mean, theoretically it's over, right?
Yeah, theoretically it is over, but I did have a little bit of a plan to prepare me for that moment. A few weeks actually prior to that race, I'd fallen in practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd messed up in practice, and I had to roll and pop back up and keep going and finish the rep. And I realized, you know, I needed to have some sort of a plan, whether it was me that could have, like in the steeplechase, it's common to fall.
Right.
So I wanted to have a plan if maybe I messed up and fell, or maybe if someone else messed me up and I fell. And so I had a plan, like, okay, I'm gonna just work my way back slowly, because if I do that, I might be able to, you know, be efficient and catch back up. When I fell down, it was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? Do I step off the track? Am I done? But I made the decision, okay, I gotta keep going. I have this plan that I've prepared. I'm gonna just do that and then see what happens. So.
That's incredible. So, I mean, for watching it as a first-time viewer, to me, it was so defining, because I'm watching this race and I'm thinking, you're running with the very best of the best. You're one of the best of the best, running the most important race of the year. And effectively, everybody's thinking they're running the best that they can run. And then Kenneth falls, and effectively, the race is over, and then you get up and break the paradigm for how fast and how well that race can be run. So everybody that thought that they were running their best all of a sudden sees Kenneth coming from behind to win the race, and all of a sudden all of our expectations of what the human spirit can accomplish get flipped because you just broke the mold. Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah, it is what happened. You actually just reminded me. So Matt Wilkinson, he's going to the Olympics with me this summer. But last year I fell down and he was right behind me, and he told me, well, after the race, he's like, well, what through his head is like, oh, I'm finally going to beat Kenneth Rooks. I wasn't expecting to win when I fell, but I just wanted to give it everything that I had, and I had a good plan. And when I was able to catch back up and I was back in the race and back into competing, the longer I stayed in it, the more I realized, like, oh, I'm in a much better position than I thought. Like, I didn't realize that because of that I was in a better position, that I actually could maybe get top 3, that I actually could maybe win. And it actually wasn't until like the last 150 meters of the race that I realized I was actually going to win the thing.
Yeah, because it took you several laps to actually catch up. But I guess to me, what that says, and I'm trying to figure out how to relate that to me personally and how other people can use it. A lot of times we think day to day that we're doing the very best at a thing. Yeah. And I think your experience would show that that's not always the case, that sometimes we confine our abilities, we predetermine our abilities because we restrict our mindset of what we think the human spirit is capable of. Yeah. And Kenneth shows us in the race that sometimes that self-limitation keeps us from doing incredible things that you were able to do, and we could all probably do if we could find a way to flip that same switch in our head. Did you feel that happen for you in your head? Did you feel it kind of switch? Yeah, I think so. I think that in my head, that switch was, I kind of let go of the expectations of being top 3 and winning. And I was just focused on, like, all right, well, I'm in this position. I'm just gonna go give it everything that I have. Wow. And it basically let me just let loose and do more than I thought that I could, because I wasn't limiting myself with any expectations. It was like, okay, I'm just gonna go see how many people I can catch. Wow. And then I began to realize later on that I was in a much better position than I originally thought. Wow, that's just amazing. One of the things that Provo continues to do over and over again is grow, for example, unicorn companies faster than anybody else. I mean, Brigham Young University grows those companies faster than any university in the country. Mm-hmm. And as we look at why that is, I mean, some of that to me is just the quality and the caliber of people that we are. Yeah. It's what I call the Provo Advantage, and it's the personal characteristics that make up the fabric of who we are as a people. Mm-hmm. And I think your experience kind of embodies that. So maybe talk to me about what you think your experience has been here at Brigham Young University in Provo, and why you think we're different. Yeah, I think BYU is different and Provo is different because there's a lot of good people here with good values. And I think that, especially for me, a lot of the success that I've had, I've attributed to the values that I hold and that I've been able to develop. And I think that leads to success in all aspects of the community with everyone. No, I would agree. Yeah. There's a drive and kind of a determination that I think a lot of the companies have. It's probably a reflection of why we grow more startups here. Yeah. I mean, all the way back to incredible tech giants like WordPerfect and Novell, Qualtrics. That entrepreneurial spirit, from my perspective, is almost part of the pioneering DNA that we brought when we came here to settle Utah generations ago, and continues to thrive here in our community. I think that my takeaway that I'd like to share is to just never give up, and to always remember that things are usually better than we think that they are, and to just take hope in that and to move forward and just do the best you can. I think sometimes we have to go through like failures or go through challenges or whatever it is to find out like actually we are capable of more than we think that we are. It's a fascinating, unfortunate universal principle to me. It seems that we only grow through pain. Sometimes, I don't understand what that is. That bliss doesn't necessarily bring growth and development, but experiences like yours, if we get up and continue to persevere, can be defining for all of us. That's true. That's great. Thank you very much, Kenneth. It's been a privilege to talk with you. We wish you the best of luck at the Olympics this summer. We hope you're wildly successful, and we look forward to talking to you again when you come home having won.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.